What is up, YouTube? It's your girl Hannah here, and it is June 1st. Actually, it's not June 1st when I'm filming this, but when you're watching it, hopefully it is, because that's when I uploaded it. So, sorry about the background noise. It's raining outside because I'm in Florida, and my parents and I think my sister are in the living room watching Frasier, so there's probably going to be a lot of, like, weird laugh track sounds. But let's get to the video, which is my predictions and my thoughts on the Tony nominations for the 2018 72nd Annual Tony Awards on CBS June 10th. I have my little list right here of who's been nominated and what for and what not, so I'm going to read it through right now and then I'm going to give you my thoughts. So, Best Leading Actor in a Play was Andrew Garfield for Angels in America, Tom Hollander for Travesties, Jamie Parker in Harry Potter and the Cursed Child Part 1 and 2, Mark Rylance for Farinelli and the King, I think that's what it's called, and Denzel Washington, The Iceman Cometh. Honestly, Denzel Washington is really good, but so is Andrew Garfield. Not saying that the other three aren't, but I really haven't seen their work. So honestly, I'm gonna say that Denzel Washington's gonna win that because he's really talented. The next we have Best Leading Actress in a Play. We have Glenda Jackson for Three Tall Women, Condola Rashad, St. Joan, Lauren Ridloff for Children of a Lesser God, and Amy Schumer for Meteor Shower. Now, I am very partial to Condola Rashad, mostly because I'm a huge fan of her mom, Felicia Rashad. However, I'm also a part of the deaf community as a potential interpreter for the deaf. So I would really love it if Lauren Ridloff won for Children of a Lesser God because she's deaf. I think that would be such an amazing thing for the deaf community to have our first Tony Award. At least I believe it's our first Tony Award. So that would be amazing. Plus, I'm surprised Amy Schumer got nominated. Honestly, I don't really care for her work. So there's that. Moving on. Best Leading Actor in a Musical. My favorite part. Harry Hatton Patton for My Fair Lady, Joshua Henry for Carousel, Tony Shalhoub, The Band's Visit, and Ethan Slater, SpongeBob. Honestly, I honestly think it's gonna go to Ethan Slater, mostly because I feel that either SpongeBob, I feel that SpongeBob is gonna sweep the Tony Awards. I was gonna say either SpongeBob, Mean Girls, or Frozen, but honestly, SpongeBob is gonna pull a Hamilton and sweep the Tonys. So Ethan Slater. Best Leading Actress in a Musical is Lauren Ambrose from My Fair Lady, Haley Kilgore, Once on This Island, LaChanze, Summer, the Donna Summer Musical, Katrina Lenk, The Band's Visit, Taylor Lautner, Mean Girls, and Jessie Mueller, Carousel. I was so not happy that nobody from Frozen got nominated for either Best Actor or Best Actress in a Musical because listening to the cast album, oh my gosh, they're amazing. However, I am going to say that I have not listened to the majority of these cast albums. However, I have listened to Once on This Island, and although Haley Kilgore is good, she's not the best, in my opinion. Now, that's just my opinion. I still believe she's good. I still believe the girl can sing, and if I had the chance to go see her on Broadway, you know I would. But honestly, I think it's either going to go to Jessie Mueller or LaChanze. Mostly because Jessie Mueller has already won a Tony Award before, so I know she's capable of it. And I mean, LaChanze. Come on, it's LaChanze. She's freaking amazing. Now, moving on to Best Revival of a Play. We have 4 nominees, and they are Angels in America, Three Tall Women, Iceman Cometh, and Travesties. I've heard most about Angels in America, which in my opinion, would mean that that's probably the one that's going to win the Tony. Again, it's just my opinion. Best revival of a musical. Once on This Island, My Fair Lady, and Carousel. Honestly, I've heard about all three of those musicals. In fact, 2 semesters ago, my school performed Once on This Island, and I worked as the, microphone person. It was my first time, and I would not do it again. Nope. However, because of how much I've heard of Once on This Island, the current cast, I think that's the one that's going to be winning. I hope that it's the one that's going to be winning as well, because it's very, very well done. From what I've seen online and what I've heard in the cast album, it's very, very well done. And I love the fact that they brought it up to the modern day. It's a timeless tale, really. It's the story of Once on This Island is kind of like Romeo and Juliet meets The Little Mermaid in Haiti. And I believe it's a beautiful story, a timeless tale that anybody can relate to. It's so good. Now, best play. The Children, Farinelli and the King, Harry Potter Parts 1 and 2, Junk, Latin History for Morons. Honestly, it's gonna go to Harry Potter Parts 1 and 2. Come on. In regards to plays, Harry Potter Parts 1 and 2 is gonna pull a Hamilton and sweep the Tonys. Regards to musicals, it's most definitely going to be SpongeBob. That's gonna sweep the Tonys. Now, for the best musical nominations, they were The Band's Visit, Frozen, Mean Girls, and SpongeBob. Now, for best musical, I think it's going to be a very close call between SpongeBob and Frozen. I think that because of all of the musicals that have been put onto Broadway this year, those two are the most well-known and the most popular. However, I am leaning more towards Frozen, mostly because I know somebody in the cast. I've worked with Jelani Aladdin before. He's a sweet person, and I am so sad that he was not nominated for Best Actor in a Musical because he deserves it. He's so talented. So those are it for the nominations. And like I said, I believe that SpongeBob is going to sweep the Tonys in regards to musicals. In regards to plays, it's going to be Harry Potter Parts 1 and 2. Now, this is kind of interesting. Mean Girls and SpongeBob are tied for the most nominations this year with 12 nominations. Second is Angels in America, The Band's Visit, and The Iceman Cometh, all of 3 of them with 11 nominations. Harry Potter Parts 1 and 2 have 10 nominations, as well as My Fair Lady. The one that I'm really surprised about, though, is Frozen. It had 3 nominations. But I think the one reason why Frozen only got 3 nominations is because they're already breaking records at the theater. They've got an African American man as Kristoff, my friend Jelani. They've got a bunch of beautiful sets. I mean, not to spoil anything, but if you watch The Bows on YouTube, which it is legal to record The Bows, it snows in the theater. That's awesome, okay? Honestly, and also, if you think about it, Wicked, one of the most longest running musicals on Broadway, didn't win the Tony Award for Best Musical. And yet, it's still on Broadway, it's still touring, so I think Frozen's gonna do just fine after this. The hosts for the Tony Awards on June 10th are Sarah Bareilles and Josh Groban. Honestly, I'm kind of sad that they're hosting. I don't really think that Sarah Bareilles is going to do a good job. I think it's going to kind of be like reliving the year that Kristin Chenoweth and, oh gosh, his name escapes me, Alan Cumming. I think it's going to be a repeat of when Kristen Chenoweth and Alan Cumming hosted. They did very well, but they weren't the best. Honestly, in my opinion, the best hosts for the Tony Awards were James Corden and, yes, Neil Patrick Harris. That's just my opinion, however. You can have your own opinion, and please, if you do have your own opinion, I want to hear it. I want to hear your own opinion in the comment section below, please. Or you could make a video responding to this. That would be the coolest thing ever. Come on. That would be awesome. Also, if you like my opinions and you agree with it, why not like the button down there? Why not press the subscribe button? And of course, you could always press the bell. Why not do that? Because then you'll know when I post videos. That is so cool. And speaking of posting videos, I am posting this video on both of my channels. So I will leave the link in the description for my other channel right down in there. I'm also going to leave my Twitter and my Instagram down there. So if y'all want to follow me, why not do it? I'm an awesome person, so why not follow me? I'm the coolest. But this video is very long, so I'm going to pause it and stop it right here. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Peace out.